Hello, Angie Fitness TV. Today's workout is all about moving and activating your life. We're going to work on cardiovascular fitness, total body strength, and we're going to enhance our movements of everyday living. Today we're going to focus on hip hinging, squatting, core, and rotational movements. These are movements that we need for everyday living. In today's class, we're going to be using a step bench, various dumbbell weights, and or a barbell and a body bar and a mat. I want you to use what equipment you have available to you, and let's enhance our healthy movement today, you guys. Are you ready? I am. Let's go. Each move in today's class is 60 seconds. Go as fast or as slow as your body is telling you to go. You will have 10 seconds where I will preview and set up the next exercise. So that is how today's workout will go. First exercise looks like this. So 2 knees in the corner, fast, march. 2 knees, fast, come with me. 2 knees, down, march, march. 2 knees, first block, cardio fitness. Then it's squatting, then it's hip hinging, and then it's core, and then a cool down. Hoop. So 2 knees, boom, march, march. You're marching on the right. Down, march, march. 2 knees, down, march, march. So it's that right lead leg that's gonna march. March, march. Again. Now you can have 1, 2, or 3 risers. Right here. Just march it. I'll preview the other side. All right, here we go. 2 knees, down, march, march. I'm gonna preview again. Tap, left march. Come with me. Come with me. Two knees, quick knees, step, march, march. 2 quick knees. Step, march, march. Again. 60 seconds each exercise. 10 seconds, active recovery. March. Next exercise, let me show you. So the width of the bench, you're gonna ski. You guys are moving. Let's go together. Lateral movement. Right here. Let's go. Or big step touch. Right here. Now low intensity, absolutely no hopping. Higher intensity, you can hop. You can make this low impact, which is no jumping, or high intensity, which you add that hop. Really important, we get lateral movement in. Whew, with movement for everyday living. Yeah? You gotta really make sure we're working lateral, lateral. Our body just doesn't go front and back. Come on. Let's go. I want you to march. I'm going to preview the next exercise. Looks like this. Step knee, alternate. I'm going to preview again. Step knee, whole foot on the bench. Come with me when you're ready. Right now, everyone. Right now. Step knee and step knee. Going up a step. Got it? Yeah? You got it. Step knee, whole foot on the bench, whole foot off. So our upper body, shoulders are melted away from our ears. Chest tall and proud. We're not rounding forward. So you got to really make sure you have proper landing mechanics with this step. Don't let your toes dangle. Don't let the heel dangle. Whole foot on the bench. Whole foot off the bench. Can you do that for me? Yeah? Do it for you and your ankle stability. Hup. Working with those two risers myself. You're going to march. I'll show you the next exercise. Step knee, step tap, step tap. Let me preview while you're watching. You're moving. Come with me. Come with me. Step tap, step down tap, step down tap, step down tap, step down tap. Hup. Whole foot on the bench applies at all times. Step down, step down. Hup. Now, we are getting ready to go into squats. If you prefer a stability ball and you like to do your squats with a stability ball, you're going to keep that in mind. You can do that. You don't need a stability ball, but I think I'll grab my stability ball. We're going to start with narrow squats. All right. Woo! Okay, I won't grab my ball, so I got to show you. Narrow squats. I got one weight in my hand, feet together. Pressing down and up. I got a 20-pound in my hand. Narrow squats. Come with me. Sit back in your heels. All about those squats. All about the squats. Toes lifted. Shoulders melted away from your ears. Beautiful. Narrow squat. Do you sit down on a couch? Do you sit down on a toilet seat? Yeah? Then that's why you need to squat. Do we get up and down all the time? Yes. Okay. So you know why squatting is important for movement health. Right there. You want to keep those quads nice and strong. Sit back in your heels. Toes lifted. Right here. Woo! I told you today's all about movement health. Cardiovascular fitness. Woo! All right. Feet are hip width apart. Let me preview. Regular standard squat. Feet hip width apart. Sit back in your heels. Shoulders melted away from your ears. Let's go. A regular standard feet hip width apart squat. So you want to think of wiggling those toes. Whew. I got that 20-pound in my hand. Sitting back, evenly distributing the weight between my right and left heel. I'm not putting more weight on my right side and less on my left. Come down nice and equal between that right and that left leg. Can you do that for me? Can you wiggle those toes? Can you melt those shoulders away from your ears, please? 60 seconds, your timing, right? Yeah? Really working those quads. Movement health at its best. Whew. Come up, take a break. You're gonna watch me. I'm gonna go out one heel, out one toe. I'm gonna wide squat. It's in between a plie. Now, if your arms are getting tired, you can just focus on the wide squat. Let's go. Sit it down and sit it up. You can hold a weight. You can have no weight. It's up to you. Really press down nice and even between that right and left foot. Knees are tracking to the outside. Don't let your knees cave in. Are your shoulders set back, down, and away from your ears? Yeah? Is that chest tall and proud? Yeah? Are you evenly distributing the weight between that right and left heel? So you're pressing down nice and equal, nice and balanced. You got a natural core activation when you're in that squat. Really working on that hip health for squatting. Knees are tracking in the same direction as the toes. Knees come out. Next exercise, let me show you plie. Working those inner thighs. You can be holding a weight here or down and up. Let's go. Plie. Now, when you go down, it's still a little bit of a squatting. You're working your adductor muscles, and you're still working those quads. Knees are tracking and in alignment with your toes. Shoulders set back down and away from your ears. You can hold the weight here. Hold the weight here. Hands on your hips. Or you can have your hands up to help counterbalance. Up to you. Woo! We are done in a minute with squatting. We're then going to be heading into our hip hinge section. So we got through our cardio fitness. We got through our squatting for functional movement. Now we're hitting hip hinging for functional movement. We're going to go into deadlifts, toe heel, toe heel. Let me show you. Feet hip width apart, 1 or 2 weights, hinging from the hip, down and up. I got a 15 or a 20 in my hand. You can do 2 weights. You can do a body bar right here. Shoulders set back down and away from your ears. Now, any back issues, decrease the range of motion. Right here. Shoulders set back down and away. Sit nice and even. Don't put too much weight in one heel over the other. Wiggle those toes. Woo! Do you feel that glute and hamstring activate? Think of your hip. You're hinging from your hip. So when do we do this? Do you pick up objects off the floor? Do you get your laundry out of a low dryer? Yeah? Shoulders back, guys. We're not rounding. Feel that in the glutes, your butt. Okay, you're watching me. Single leg deadlift. Watch me, 1 leg back, single leg deadlift. That's that next exercise. Let's go. Single leg deadlift. Now, if you're just getting the hip hinging action down, you don't have to have a weight. All right, you can just take your hands. So focus on that hip hinge. Right here, beginner, shoulders set back, down and away from my ears. You don't have to have any weight. You want to put your hand on that hip. And you want to feel that hip hinge action. You feel it? It's your call if you choose to have a weight or if you don't want to wait. I leave that up to you. Absolutely up to you. You can put your hand on your hip, and I want you to feel it, hip hinge. I want you to feel yourself have a nice flat back, shoulders set down and away from your ears. We're going to do the other side. Take a break and let me preview. So you can put your hand on your hip. Opposite hand comes to the inside of that foot. You can have a weight, down and up. Come with me. I'm going to have my hand on my hip right here. I'm going to focus on really activating my hip hinge from my hip. The tactile cueing helps. Shoulders set back, down, and away from your ears. Right here. Feel free to have that weight. Beautiful job, everyone. We have one more exercise with a hip hinge, and then we are going to move on to a little rotation. All right. I don't know what my computer is deciding to do, so let me turn it off. Okay, next exercise, we're going to hip hinge into a calf raise. Hip hinge into a calf raise. So hip hinge and a beautiful calf raise. Hip hinge and come up on your toes. So it is a deadlift, hip hinge, up on our toes, right here. You got it. A beautiful hip hinge deadlift. Come up on your toes. Heels are gonna lift. Looking good. Really roll up on those toes. All right. Take a break. Next exercise. Let me show you. We're going to rotate back with one heavy weight. Rotate to the back of the room. Take it to the back. I got a 20 in my hand. I'm just showing you. We step, rotate, take that weight to your back hip. Let's go. Let's rotate as we take the weight to the front. I got 20 pounds in my hand. Take the weight to your back hip. Take the weight to your back hip. I need you to rotate all the way past your back hip. After this, we're going to get and put our step bench away. We're going to grab our mat. We're going to go into core and stretch. So I really need right now that weight to really rotate past your back hip. You're going to feel that. All right, so right now get that step bench out of the way. Step bench out of the way. I will show you our next exercise. Core and mobility. You're going to do a crunch up and you're going to touch. Are you ready? You're going to, that back hand comes to the front. Crunch up, back hand to the front. Remember I said it's all about mobility, movement health. So what are we doing right now? We're crunching core strength and movement health. How many times do you get on the floor and practice moving your body on the floor? Well, if not, you need this workout right here. So right here, doing a basic crunch. Woo! Taking that back hand, taking it to the front of the room, rotating the hips to the front of the room. You get to lay for a minute. Let me show you the next exercise. You're taking the front hand, coming to the back of the room. Same exercise, taking that front hand, rotating your hips down. Let's go. Right now. Let's go. Your timing. So I want you to drive that front hand and the hip down, rotate it out over. You got it. Beautiful strength here. Beautiful mobility strength. Movement health at its best. Beautiful job. Let's go. 60 seconds each move, you guys. You can do it. You guys relax, watch me on this next exercise. Woo! Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Watch me. Right here. Right here. Are you all ready? Let's go. Come on. Push it, push it, push it. Woo! Or you can bicycle just like this. I prefer tapping my foot on the ground as I pass my elbow through the midline of my body. Let's push it, let's push it. Right here. Opposite elbow comes to the opposite knee. Let's push. Woo! Almost there, you guys. Beautiful, right here. You're working internal, external obliques. No tension on those head, neck, or shoulders. No tension whatsoever. Really feel that core engagement. Feel it, feel it. Come on. You got it. Take a break while you watch me do that next exercise. We're gonna bow pose. Watch me. Options, hands underneath your knees. Release your hands or straight leg. Come with me. Right here. Or option, one foot on the ground and alternate the foot. That's a beautiful option. Shoulders set back, down and away from your ears. So I don't want those shoulders rounding forward. Feel that core activation. Again, there's no tension in the head, neck, or shoulders. None whatsoever. Breathe it through. When you get tired, it's absolutely okay to place your hands behind your knees, but it's a light grab. Don't grab for dear life. And then try to take your hands away, being mindful that your shoulders are set back, down and away from your ears, and you're not doing a huge round of the shoulders forward. Woo! You can do it. Okay, let me preview the next exercise. It is a basic crunch. Just a basic crunch up, focusing on that upstroke. Are you ready? You can place one hand. Let's go. Place one hand below the belly button. Shoulders off the ground. Make sure you have no tension in the head, neck, or shoulders. Focus on that upstroke. Lift, lift. Now, if you like that tactile cueing, place your hands below your belly button and really feel that transverse abdominis engage. So relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Shoulders off the mat. No pulling. No pulling on that neck. So focus, lift, lift, up pulse, up. You got it. So you don't have that tension in your neck or your chin or your face. Push it through. You got it. Woo! All right, you guys. Time for a cool down and stretch. Okay, cool down and stretch. Great job today. Let's take it wide. Just pick a side and go to it. 5 minutes to cool down and stretch.
Sometimes you feel mighty, but sometimes you feel locked in. Sometimes you see people wear a big smile and wonder how to adapt it. But sometimes you recognize your blessings.
5 minutes to get a beautiful cool down and stretch. Other side.
Listen up. People consider crazy something that is way out of the league. So they speak about it like it's foolish to even think you could achieve something you dream, something you see, but something that no one ever would seem a real deal. But you know and feel that that's a reality.
And center. All right, let's take it up. Right foot on that left heel. Press through that left hip, up and over. mobility right here. Come on down, take that left foot in front of that right ankle. You're gonna press through that right leg, left hand comes up and over.
Think about great ideas, they come from those that may not be a sample of a mold held and controlled by those who are always trying to make us be the same. See their way, programs brains, but hey, you don't fit that schema. You are a good person living in a world full of hungry.
All right, come to a side. Top leg straight, top arm over. Other side. Come on to all fours, knees under your hips, hands under your shoulders. Cat-cow stretch, spinal mobility and health. Your timing. Take one leg forward. Hip mobility. Arms raised. Take it back, back leg forward. Hands lift and raise. Really feel that stretch to the front of the hip. Hip health. Working on hip health. Sit it back. Come on your knees, kneeling. Side reach. Other side. Come back on your toes. Rock back on your heels. Straight leg. Grab through your ankle, your elbows, and just hang. Or interlace your fingers. Chest expansion. Take it up. Stretching out your calf, hamstring, and glute. If you're with me in the chest expansion, release your hands. Just grab those elbows and hang. Put a soft bend in your knee and look over the left shoulder. Rotation. Spinal mobility health. Look over your other shoulder. And again, look over your shoulder. And look over your other shoulder. Toe heel in. Shoulder rolls back. Beautiful class today. Deep breath in. And exhale one more time and we're all done. We got a workout in. Big inhale. Angie Fitness TV. Thank you for working out with me. Today was all about cardio fitness, overall total body strength, and movement health. Until next time, guys.